Good morning out there. Thank you for joining me. I hope you are tuning in to get some updates here at the Cedars. Unfortunately, I did have to cancel our meeting last Friday, and it was a somewhat light meeting. So I decided to go ahead and record a little update for everyone out there, as well as provide everyone with minutes just to get us through to our next meeting, which will be coming around pretty quickly here. So hopefully this will cover our pressing topics until we meet again in February. So I am sharing my screen here with our agenda. This was sent out, I believe, but has certainly been altered since. So I will go ahead and share that and we can follow along. So first, we'll just dive right in as we normally do to our activity and event highlights. We are definitely getting a little bit of rest here in January after the busy holiday season, but still lots of things going on and also some of our favorite groups starting back up. One of which is the drawing group. So Jean Downs, our resident here who assists with that class, leads it, is a wonderful instructor to everyone. That did start back up this week. So it was really nice to see some new faces in there with Jean's group, as well as her loyal classmates. So that's great. That will continue on Wednesdays through January, as well as I believe the first 2 weeks of February. It is a 6-week series she's doing. And we did adjust the time. Hopefully everybody caught that here. It starts earlier than it did. So it starts at, better check myself, at 2 o'clock on Wednesdays here for the next few weeks. So thank you, Jean. We are excited for that. Today is January 14th, which means it is the first day for the Bible study group to begin. So that is again led by a wonderful resident, Jane Sparks, and the group, I think we changed that time slightly. It starts at 3:30. So we are encouraging anyone that would like to come to that discussion group. Jane does a wonderful job leading that, and also to note that it is a non-denominational group. So all are welcome. You can come to some sessions, of course. If you have to miss others, it's okay if you have to hop in and out. And that group is held in the Learning Studio as well. So we're excited to have that start back up today. One item that was missed on the monthly calendar is the Sit and Knit group. We are having that group this month. That will fall on this coming Tuesday, January 18th at 3 p.m. Thank you to Lois for helping me with that one. And so that takes place in the living room. And it is just a great opportunity to get together with some of your neighbors who like to do really any kind of needlework. You could bring knitting items, crochet items, if you would like to cross stitch, or most importantly, if you don't do anything like that, you can feel free to just come and chat with this group in the living room. So that's a long running group as well that we're happy to have here in the clubhouse. So on January 20th, we are excited to get back to the consistent day and time for the hymn sing group. So that will be on Thursday, January 20th, and back to normal time as well at 4 p.m. And there is a sign up sheet in the book ready for that. And a lot of these things are kind of getting to their consistent dates in 2022 that hopefully we can stick to. So the same goes for January 27th. The book club will meet. And we are working really hard to have that book club meeting be a consistent date as well. So that will fall on the 4th Thursday of the month. So hopefully as we get in these next few months, we start to see these recurring events at the same time every month. That'll be very helpful for people in their scheduling. Oh yes, the new thing that is just being figured out today, we are rescheduling that. Kim Hoppy, our CFO, the financial Q&A with her. So that will be on January 31st. And I'll actually talk about that a little bit further in another section here. And then since we are not getting together until the first Friday in February, I did just want to plug 2 February events coming. So on February 7th, we had this exciting group join us a couple years ago, the Warehouse Cloggers. So this is a group of essentially hobby cloggers that get together and then like to go places to display these talents. So they came, I dug back some pictures. They were last here in 2019, I believe. So just wanted to share some pictures that I found. And they were a really fun group, high energy group. Okay. Hopefully you're seeing them here. So yep, they are volunteers of all ages that just come together and they're in this group. They don't get paid. We are giving them a donation, of course, because we enjoyed them so much. And it was really neat to see all the energy they brought back in 2019. So you can see here's a few of them together working on their moves. This was one lady that we all enjoyed watching, I remember. And then this was their full group, I believe. So male and female group. So we are excited. You can see their special clogging shoes there. We have to have them on the tile if they can't be outside. So we're excited to have them back again. That is February 7th. I believe their start time is 6 or 6:30, but maybe you can just mark your calendar in the evening for that event. We are excited to have them back. And I will get back to our agenda here. Okay, so that is the first February thing I wanted to chat about. And then we are having another resident and team member cook-off. So that will be on February 8th. We are encouraging team members to participate and of course residents to participate. So what that consists of, basically, you do have to have a crock pot or some kind of warming plate in order to participate. So we are encouraging all kinds of soups. We didn't want to do just chili this year. That's what we did last year for the cook-off, but of course we couldn't be in person. So this will be in person. This will be on February 8th at 12:30. So come on into the cafe after exercise and you can have some lunch in there and figure out which dish you'd like the best. So the Cedars will provide dinner rolls to go along with your soup as well as drinks. And again, we are encouraging all kinds of soups, chilies, anything that's kind of going to be a nice comfort food for a cold winter day that can serve what we hope is a fairly large group. So if you do not have a crock pot and you want to participate and that's somewhat of a barrier for you, just let me know. We do have some additional resources that you could use for that. So basically, we need folks to sign up in the book if you want to just attend the event. So you want to come and you want to vote for your favorite, you want to try all the soups. Sign up for that. And then we also need people to sign up if you are planning to participate as a chef and bring a soup or a chili. So the sign up sheet is in the book for that. And we just need to plan accordingly for all of the stuff that goes along with it, the drinks, the rolls, all of the serving dishes and all of that. So we are excited. We have a special prize for the top winner this year. And again, we are excited as far as everything goes as planned. This will be in person on February 8th. And so we will try all of those together and vote in person and tally the votes in person. So that should be a nice day for a very unique lunch for everyone. February 8th. And if you could sign up for that, that would be wonderful. And back to our agenda here. Okay, and then the other things that are coming up in February and then a little bit further, I believe March, April, kind of into the spring. A couple of our partnerships, our groups are coming back to have their events here at the Cedars. So some of you have been here when we have hosted a number of Adult Learners Institute groups. We are happy to be a partner with that organization so they can host classes here on our campus. So what that means is that our residents are invited and encouraged to attend those, but that also outside community people will be coming in for those classes. So it makes for a little bit busier day here on the campus, but we're again happy to be a partner for those. And then the Adult Learners Institute does supply us with brochures. I did request a number of extras because we do have a lot of new residents here that haven't experienced those classes. So hopefully we can get everybody a copy of their upcoming spring schedule. They do have classes all throughout the community. So they have them, of course, here. They have them at the Senior Center. They have them at the Chelsea Senior Center and at Chelsea Retirement Community, Silver Maples. So there's a lot of local offerings for these educational courses. There is an additional fee for those, and all of that information will be in the brochure. So once they have that finalized, we will be excited to share that with you. I believe those aren't starting back up until March. But we have a couple different classes scheduled here, March, April, and May. And I did jump just a step ahead. The Cedars Chips is another group that historically met here for a very long time with our friend Paul Schubert, a part of that group. They meet in the billiards room, typically twice a month on a Wednesday. So usually it's the second and fourth week of the month, but sometimes it can vary. But again, we are excited to have that group back at the Cedars Clubhouse as well. So be on the lookout. We try to be diligent in terms of putting at least room reserve and all of that so that we are not affecting anyone else's schedule. And Cedar Chips does sound like will be here in February. So you will see that reflected on the calendar. It is a writing group. So they get together, they share their pieces of work. They have won a number of awards throughout the year or throughout the years. And if you wanted to learn more about that group, Paul Schubert would be a wonderful person to talk to, as he is always looking for more residents to participate in that with him. So that's great. That's the Cedars Chips Writing Group. So I am scrolling down. I am just moving on down to the dining section, dining reminders. I should have put in the beginning that our next dining update meeting, so we can get into some more dining specifics, is scheduled for January 27th. So we will have that via Zoom. It will be myself and Anne Marie via Zoom there. And you've seen Anne Marie a little bit more lately. You've seen me working in the evening a little bit. Usually we try to do one day a week, each of us, that we are spending in the dining room. And we're paying a little bit closer attention because Chef Mark is on a full medical leave right now. So through January, perhaps into February, he is doing well. He did have a surgery and he is recovering. It did take him completely off his feet. So he cannot drive, he cannot be on his feet at all. And we are wishing Chef Mark the best for a full recovery to return to the Cedars here. So with that, really, we have seen some amazing work coming from our lead server, Marissa. We have seen amazing work coming from our sous chef, Tyler. Specifically, these two have really had to take on a little bit more of a leadership role, a little bit quicker than maybe they were expecting to, but they're doing a phenomenal job. And that also has led us to the creation of that dining email group that I know a lot of you residents have been utilizing, and that's great. So that is the email address of cedarsdining@umrc.com. We have shared that with you, I believe, on the calendars, a little bit through email. The nice thing about that email is that when you send it, there's multiple recipients. So I receive that, Anne Marie receives that, Marissa receives that, Tyler receives that, and of course, Chef Mark does receive that. We'll be receiving that when he returns too. So the idea is that we are just providing the best customer service possible and that we are able to respond to urgent matters on a Monday or Tuesday when our dining team is enjoying their time off, but also so that everyone is as in the loop as possible. So I encourage you to utilize that email. Unless it's, more of a private thing, I would encourage you to make that your main dining point of contact email so that we can all be on the same page and all get back to you as quickly as possible. And that's been going really well. We've been enjoying that. And as I said, our dining update will be in just under 2 weeks. So January 27th, our start time is 2 p.m. So we will look forward to that. Any concerns, any questions you have, we can always take those pre-submitted before that, and I will send out a reminder for that as well, so that it's back on your radar and to send us any questions or concerns you have before then. And so now I am just cruising through the sales and marketing update. As you all know, currently we are at 100% occupancy. We do not have any cottages available at this time. That being said, we don't pause on our marketing. We might kind of let up in certain areas, but we are making sure that we continue to connect with our wait list. And a lot of these wait list folks haven't been to an actual event here at the Cedars if they joined the wait list in the past now 2 years. So we're having a wait list kind of meet and mingle here for those folks. It is on February 22nd. Again, assuming everything stays how it is right now and we are able to hold that event here in person. So that will be on February 22nd, and you will see that reflected on your calendar. So, again, not to affect your schedules. And then additionally, just to go out to kind of our lead database, our waitlist folks, just to continue to engage people out there and continue to promote awareness of the Cedars, is a virtual event on March 24th. It is actually along with Chelsea Retirement Community and our friends on the west side over at Porter Hills Village and Cook Valley Estates. We are doing just an independent living virtual event that all of the communities can utilize. So still some exciting things happening in the marketing world, and Jackie is still on the phone. People are still calling her up wanting information for, spring. So we really do start to see an uptick of phone calls and website views and things like that of, perhaps these people that are living at home in the winter and having to deal with maintenance things that, maybe they're sitting around thinking they don't want to do that for much longer. So we are used to getting more phone calls here in the winter. So cruising on down, I did not have many directors updates this month. Another reason why I thought a video for you all would be good to just keep everybody in the loop. And I'm sure we'll have some more things to cover in February. Again, I did let you know that the financial Q&A with Kim Hoppy, that was rescheduled, and she was very apologetic. She was so sorry she had to cancel for us. I believe that was last week. So we did go ahead and get that rescheduled here. It will be January 31st. She will do this via Zoom at 4 p.m. For our folks that do not do internet at home or don't do the Zoom thing, you can come on into the learning studio. I will have that displayed up there for you. There is a new link. The old link that I provided you with will not work. So I will be sure to send this new link out again. You will get it in these minutes. You will get it specifically in an email again with those pre-recorded emails that Kim included for us. So I see a typo there. Apologize for that. Again, if you watch those videos and maybe you need a little refresher by the time this rolls around, we encourage sending some pre-submitted questions. We got some great questions, and we were able to make sure that we were prepared enough to be able to answer those questions. So Kim has all of those. If you did pre-submit a question, that's great. And now we have a little bit more time to do that. So again, I will send out her videos as a refresher. And then if you wanted to pre-submit any questions, that would be great. I will certainly get those to her. And again, our next Cedars Voices meeting will be February 4th. So we'll be back to our first Friday of the month, 9:30. That will be here before we know it. So we'll look forward to that. And just some maintenance updates, some of the same things on here that you've seen. Something I have been getting a lot of questions about is the housekeeping schedule. So had to work around a couple conflicts here. The new schedule for 2022 will start January 24th. So I try not to cause too much confusion with having multiple schedules out at once. So looking at the calendar, you will receive that schedule most likely on January 19th, so that you're not too confused with which time you are. So again, new housekeeping schedule, that will start January 24th. I think that's been the thing I've been getting the most questions about. Something that Jim and the team, we are actually going to be using one of our trusty vendors to knock this out quickly for us. This will be starting in the next couple weeks. The carbon monoxide detector replacements and the washer hose replacements. So our vendor will be just coming from cottage to cottage to quickly change those things out for you. We hope to knock this out in a couple days, whereas if Jim and John were doing it, it would be a little bit here and there, and that's just something that we want to get taken care of quickly. So you will get a specific memo for that. Our vendor is finishing up a couple projects, and then we'll be able to start that for us. So other than that, right now, Jim and myself, we're working on some kind of spring preparation things, finalizing our contracts, as well as looking into some new solutions for some problems we've been having. For instance, along the sides of the cottages. I think we have discussed this in the past too. So there's a number of things that Jim is already thinking about the spring season on. So very, very busy. We do get a little bit of a lull in January. The biggest lull that we is due to just the delays in everything. So the delays that we are experiencing because our vendors are short-staffed, or the chain supply is taking too long. So these parts that we're talking about with the washer hose replacement, we were waiting for those to arrive for a very long time. So, all these things, the challenges of the world that we hear about we are not out of that here at the Cedars. So, but it's all good things. We roll with things every single day, and the team stays extremely positive here, and our residents are very gracious, and we are all happy to be here. We did not want to miss an update for you in January, so I know, although brief, hopefully we did cover some questions that have come up lately. And please let me know if you have other questions that were missed today or that you'd hope to be covered in February. So biggest things you can be thinking about are questions for our next Cedars Voices meeting, questions for Kim Hoppy for the financial videos, and questions for dining related items on that next dining update. So a lot of things happening here, a lot of things that will be happening in the spring and of course February as well. And the world continues here despite COVID challenges still. So we are grateful to be here. We are grateful to be here with all of you. So please let me know if you have questions after this. And I will supply this via your email as well as minutes in your box if you do not have email. So thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend.